Holy smokes. We finally made it. What's going on, everybody? We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. So you're in the right place for the roofer training today. So just hang out and we'll get started in about 2 minutes. Be right back. Yeah, let's go. We're ready.
Hi, I'm Ninja Roofer Chick here with Tail Strike. This is Nick.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Really excited that you're here today with us. This is the first live training, roofer training that we've done something like this. And the reason that we wanted to bring this training to you today was just the fact that obviously it's the end of May. We're coming up on the busy season. And, there's a lot of money out there to be made in roofing business. Obviously, that's why you're part of it, right? So we want to help you to, go get even more than your fair share within your market. So before we get started real quick, we just want to make sure. So just so you guys know, there's a 45-second delay in the video, right? So what we're talking about now, right? You guys hear it 45 seconds in the future, which is a little strange, if I'm being honest. If you can, let us know that the audio is working, that everything sounds good. Right below this video, you should see a section where you can add a comment. So go ahead, let us know that everything sounds good and that the audio and video is coming in clearly. That way, before we dive into the training, we can make sure that you guys can actually hear what we're going to talk about. It all. So again, the whole point of this training today is we just want to help you guys make more money this summer, right? The busy season's here. And, we kind of get that roofing is somewhat of a seasonal business. And so there's a lot of things that you could be doing today with social media and with technology that exists today in the market that, you didn't really have access to like a year ago or 2 years ago. And so we just want to talk about those things and how you can go out there and get your fair share of it. That sound good to you?
It does. With all the recent storms, I mean, there's no reason they shouldn't be making a killing this summer. So
for sure. So I'm just going to check over real quick, make sure that that you guys said that the audio and everything sounds good. So let me just let me go check a look at that real fast. All right, cool. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. So it sounds like everything's looking good. So we're just going to dive straight in. So the first thing that let me get pulled back over to our screen so we can look at ourselves in vain and beauty. The first thing we want to talk about a little bit is like yard signs, right? You and I were talking about it just before the call, and I think that Jamie's got some interesting perspective on how to do this because she's like doing it the right way, right? Whereas the roofers that I've been really paying attention, especially for like the last 30 days, I've been really paying attention because I knew we were going to do this training. And I've been just looking around and kind of seeing how people do it, and one of the trends that I noticed with the yard signs is that people seem to only put their yard sign out, after they get the roof, right?
After they get the roof done?
Yeah, like after they get contract and after they go back to do the roof.
Right at the initial contact. That's when it needs to go out, even before a contract signed. As soon as the homeowner will let you put the yard sign out. Yeah,
for sure. When you look at, inspection versus contract, right, it seems, on the one hand, I get it. Okay, the yard sign costs a little bit of money, right? The yard sign costs you probably $1, $2, $3, depending on how many you're ordering at a time and how many colors you're using and stuff. But the yard sign is one of your greatest opportunities for referrals, right? People trust other people today. They don't really trust advertising that much. They don't trust marketing. They trust other people.
They want to use who their neighbors are using.
Yeah, totally, right? If I see like, oh, Miss Smith, she must be getting her roof done by XYZ Roofing, I might go ahead and call them as well. Right. And until you put that yard sign out, the neighbors don't know who you are, right? So that's one of the ways that you can be able to, it's like a calling card and letting people know that the neighbor trusts you. So you must be a good guy, right? You must be a good company because the neighbor already had you over and already had you look at their roof. A lot of times, we were talking about branding, okay, on the yard signs. People want to have consistent branding, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about how to brand your crew and some of those things. But with the yard sign, I actually think that the branding is not as important on the yard sign. To me, the yard sign is more of like a calling card, right? We want to get people to call. So when you look at advertising and marketing, there are two colors that really stand out to the human eye the most, okay? The first is red and the second is yellow. Okay, that's probably why, the red light is red and the yellow light is yellow, because it catches your eye. When you're driving around today after this training, notice how many businesses have red and yellow logos. Right? Think about McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, right? So many fast food places all have red and yellow logos because those are the colors that stand out. So why not do that for your yard signs, right? Go ahead and get your yard signs made in a bright red or in a yellow, or ideally you would do a 2-color, but I get sometimes like that's more expensive. Right. So some people may not want to do that. But don't worry about your branding as much on those yard signs because you just want to get the phone call, right? So the message to me, and I'm curious what you think the message, should be on the yard sign and stuff. To me, I think it should just be about, does your roof have damage too, right? Is your roof damaged also? ? Call us now with the phone number. Right?
Re-inspection, put on there because a lot of people don't know that, most roofers do expect inspections for free. Also, what I did is you can get for like $1 extra, you can get the salesperson's name with a phone number, a direct phone number, cell phone, whatever you as a company owner feel comfortable with. And you can have that on top of there. So it can go directly to them. So that way, when you're in the office, you don't have to try to sort out whose referral goes to who. That's cool. And those aren't on the yard sign. It just sticks in the metal. And I use those and they help a lot.
That makes sense. So definitely. If you can, leave a little comment and tell us in the comments, when do you put out yard signs today? Are you putting out yard signs when you first do the inspection? Or are you waiting to put out a yard sign when you actually get the contract and you're actually going to do the roof, right? So that's our first tip is put the yard sign out the day you do the inspection, because the people that are in the neighborhood, they don't know if you just did an inspection. They don't know if you have a signed contract. They don't know. That yard sign, though, is a symbol of trust, and it gives them the opportunity to want to call you, and you can get some more roofs in that same neighborhood. Right.
I have something to add on that, too. You'll come across homeowners that say, my HOA won't let me, I can't do that. And actually, that's not true. Some HOAs are stricter than others, and you can have a yard sign out for 30 days when there's construction, whether it's a pool, a roof, a fence, no matter what it is, drywall even, painting. Every HOA in Texas, you can have, I'm not sure about other states because I've only done roofing in Texas, but you can have a yard sign for 30 days. So depending on, what kind of, when you want to market, like if you can do it, I would do it right away is what I always did. But the homeowner says, oh no, we can't, put it out at the adjuster meeting. 30 days from the adjuster meeting, even if the roof gets denied because there's, not enough damage or because it's a staff adjuster or whatever, it's still that advertising. Get your name out there.
For sure, right? And even, that's the way you can get referrals and get roofs from roofs that you don't even get. right? Because if you have that sign sitting out there for 30 days and then something happens and it doesn't go through, or the adjuster denies it, or whatever happens, you still have the ability, like you had 30 days of your sign out there, you know, getting that trust and having those phone calls be able to come in. So that's
I've had
awesome
clients
idea.
leave them out for 6 months before, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I have a neighbor that the old people bought sold the house like a month ago, and the new people still have the roofing signs out. They have 2 of them, one on each corner, and
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty crazy. All right, so cool. So let us know in the comments if you have any questions about yard signs. Otherwise, we're gonna keep moving forward. The second idea for you is using cell phone videos. I don't know how many of you guys have watched some of Ninja Roofer Chick's videos that she's been putting out on the Hail Strike Facebook page. Check those out. You know, they're great tips that she's making, and she's shooting the videos in the same style that we're going to talk about right now. So why don't you talk about that, right? We just barely met, a week ago or 2 weeks ago to talk about those videos. Right. And so how's that been for you so far?
Well, the first one I was very nervous. It was hard, and I mean, you could tell I'm nervous in the video. And then I did one yesterday, and it was only my second one, and it got way easier. I mean, just as you do, I'm excited to do more. I have notes and everything, what I'm going to do next. But I mean, really, I thought it was going to take a while, and it didn't. I felt comfortable yesterday, and I'm going to shoot another one tomorrow. So check it out. That's awesome.
You know, the thing about videos is everybody watches videos today, right? I'm 35. I grew up in an era where you just watch TV. Right. You know, you just trust the TV. You watch the news, right? Like experts get on video, and we can establish that same ability, you know, within your local market as the local roofing expert by doing the same thing and making these little short videos. You know, everybody carries around this thing and you know, in your hand or in your pocket all the time, right? Pretty much attached to us 24 hours a day. That's so powerful. And you don't have to go out and get a bunch of equipment or figure out how to become like this videographer. You can just pull out your cell phone, right? And just shoot quick videos, okay? When you're making the videos, but try to shoot them in a place where the background is kind of interesting, right? I mean, wherever you happen to be is fine, but try to be somewhere interesting. For you as a roofer, this is easy, all right?
On a roof.
Yeah, you can be on a roof. You can be in front of a house. You can be, you know, on a job site. Mm-hmm. There's so many places where you can do this easily. So for, you know, obviously you want to be safe, right? But if you're on a roof and you want to show homeowners like what hail damage looks like, pull your phone out, right? Do the little selfie shot. Hey guys, what's going on? Nick here. I want to show you real quick what this damage looks like on a roof, okay? And just shoot that video. It's so simple.
It is, and I recommend using a poker chip to put next to the damage so that way you can gauge it. Quarters are never good. Pins are kind of hard, but poker chips, everybody knows how big a poker chip is. So put that next to it and you can see, you know, how big the hail is.
I actually use a selfie stick, and I almost hate to admit that out loud because, you know, I mean, selfie sticks kind of have like a bad reputation, you know.
What's a selfie stick?
So a selfie stick is this stick that extends out. You put your phone on the end of it, and you hold it out like, you know, it comes out way out here.
I have one of those for my GoPro.
You know, so it's like this, and you can be able to shoot videos. So get a selfie stick, right? And then when you're out there on the job, it's a way that way instead of holding your hand out like this, right? Like that's what like your style video yesterday. You know, the other way is you can just selfie stick it, and you can just have the stick out here and the phone's out there, and you can shoot your video. Now, it looks a little silly when you're doing it, okay? It will feel kind of crazy, but you can get a selfie stick on Amazon for as little as $6. They have the better ones are about $20, and those come with a remote control. So it's pretty cool. Wow. You stick your phone on there, you know, you extend it out or whatever. You got your phone way out here, and then you can just have a remote control in your other hand. That's a Bluetooth, and it turns your camera on and off.
That's awesome.
So that's a way you can get, right? Because that's what I didn't understand at first is like, okay, well, when my phone's way out there, you know, how am I supposed to turn it off without looking stupid? And the trick is that it comes with a remote control. So that's how you can take pictures or turn the camera on and off when you're shooting your videos. I don't know.
How is that though? Climbing up on a roof, does it collapse and it can fit in a pocket?
Oh yeah. Like the one I have collapses down like 6 inches. Yeah, and then it just extends out like a telescope. You know, it just telescopes out. Okay, so when you're shooting your videos today, you need to treat the different platforms separately, right? Back in the day, we only had to upload our videos to YouTube, and that was it. That was where everybody watched videos on YouTube, and it's just not the case today. People watch videos on YouTube, and they watch videos on Facebook separately, okay? So when you shoot your video, what I recommend is you would use the apps, like use the YouTube app and use the Facebook app to upload those videos into those two places separately, right? You want to upload them independently so that wherever people are, you can get them to watch the videos. It just seems like people on Facebook today, they don't want to click over and watch a YouTube video. Right. They would rather see it right there in the news feed. So you can do that. Also, if you have, I know Instagram probably, may not be super popular amongst the roofing crowd, right? If you have Instagram, it is the fastest growing social media network in America today. And the thing that's cool about Instagram is it has these videos. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real fast. And you can actually shoot a video inside of Instagram. And when you do that, it saves the video to your phone. And then it makes it really easy to upload that video to other places too.
So it's kind of like in an Instagram picture. How
yeah, totally.
Your camera roll already edited.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can kind of see that there, but it's kind of backwards, right? Because I was on selfie mode. But there you can see, right? You can shoot like that on Instagram, and then you can just take that video and then upload that other places also, So there's a lot of ways to get the material out there, but the key is just to do it. Right. And it's a hard thing because when you're first starting out making videos, it's a new experience, and it's uncomfortable.
For sure.
It's like the first time you do anything else, and you just have to get used to it. Okay. So fight through that fear of those initial couple of videos, and that way you can start to establish yourself as the local roofing expert. Got anything on that?
No, I agree. Cool. I don't have much experience with videos, so.
Hey, I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious of the people watching the training today. How many of you guys are using videos actively in your marketing, right? Leave us a comment and let us know if you're actively using videos today to help get roofs. I mean, everybody's watching videos, it doesn't make sense why you wouldn't be making them. All right, cool. So the next thing we want to go over is your post-closing process, okay? And what we want to really hear, my whole idea is to get you some online reviews, right? Today, people are looking online on Google and they're checking you out, okay? We're going to talk about that a little bit too. I call these people ghost clients, right? A ghost client is somebody that you don't even know exists. They're somebody that you've called or you stopped by their house, you've given them some information, or they have your phone number, and they're going to look you up online and decide based on what they find online whether or not they should call you. And so one of the things that we can do is we need to have some online reviews, right? Reviews are super important. We just talked about how people trust people today, not advertising. And so this is the best way that I know of that you can get people to leave you a review in a really cool, simple way. All right. There's a website called sendoutcards.com. I don't know. Have you ever used send out cards before?
I haven't, but that sounds
cool.
I want to hear more. I do have a website though.
Okay.
Talk about later.
Send out cards is basically a way that you can send handwritten note cards or send out note cards to people, and you can customize them. You can like add photos. You can put your own text. One of the really cool things is they have this one-page form that you can fill out, and you have to write different letters and words and stuff, and it will actually let you create handwritten note cards in your own handwriting. It's pretty cool. Like you can just do that on the computer. You don't have to get that fancy. But what I use send out cards for is after the closing is over. So let's say after you do the roof, okay, wait about 2 or 3 days or whenever, right? If you've got some kind of administrative person within the office that can do this for you, that's even better. And go to sendoutcards.com. You do have to create an account. It's free. And, you have to put like a little bit of money on the account to be able to send out the cards, obviously. But once you're done, go on there and just send a card. And you just want to be grateful, right? In the note that you write to them, you just want to be grateful for their business and tell them that referrals and online reviews are super important today, right? The same thing like I'm saying to you right now, just say that to them, right? Is online reviews are critical because people trust people, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review on one of these places. Okay, and you can give a link to your Yelp profile. You can give a link to your Google Places or to your Facebook page, and that way you can start building those reviews.
Well, what I used all those, but I had the most success with build quality. and it somehow does SEO linking depending on your reviews. And when people Google a roofing contractor, then then they'll like if you the higher you rank, of course, and the stronger your profile is, then you'll pop up there. I don't know how they do it because I don't know a lot about the internet, but it's awesome. And it's like 3 minutes, I think, to take the survey. They call or they can email. I mean, they really customize it to what your homeowner or property owner is convenient for them.
Cool. One of the things I love on send out cards is they have a brownie that you can add onto the card. And I highly recommend you send the brownie with the card. There's just something about that combination of the card and the brownie that like forces people to go leave you super positive reviews about how much they love you.
Well, they can do it while they're eating the brownie.
Exactly. So send out that combo. It'll cost you about $7 or $6, I think, total to send a brownie and a specialized, personalized card, and then send out cards handles everything about mailing it and all that, So I would just use
totally worth it though if you get a referral off of it. I mean,
right.
Even if you didn't, you made some sort of commission. So I would do it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you could is ask them, hey, if you love this brownie, talk about it on Facebook, right, or whatever. I mean, sometimes you got to tell people what you want them to do.
Take a selfie with the brownie.
Right. Especially when it's like a positive thing. You never have to tell somebody, right? You never have to tell somebody that's pissed off at you, like, to go and leave a negative review. Okay, they're just gonna do that. But if they're happy with you, sometimes you do have to tell them what you want them to do, right? And tell them and come from a place of gratitude. Right? It would mean so much to me if you left a review online so other people could know the quality work we're doing, right? That kind of thing, because ultimately it's going to give you business. So when you're asking for reviews in that card, I give 3 options, right? So you could use like the survey you're talking about, or you could just refer them over to places that you already have profiles, whether that's on Yelp or Google Places or Yellow Pages or White Pages or Facebook, or there's a million of them.
I wouldn't bombard them though. If you have Angie's List, Guild Quality, all that, like pick 1 or 2.
Yeah. And that way, I say, I give them 3 options, right? I mean, give me 1 to 3 options and that, but no more than that.
Right.
Otherwise, people won't make a decision. They'll be like overwhelmed and they're going to say, oh, forget it. I'm just going to eat this brownie. All right, cool. Man, hopefully you guys are liking this. We try to bring you some good gold here today. Okay, I was going to tell you about a little more on the ghost clients, because this is really cool. This idea just keeps coming up to me that, people are out there. We don't even know about them. People today are like looking you up and doing all this research, and you have no idea that it's even occurring. And they're determining whether or not to call you back based on what they find or that they don't find online, right? So like even like Jamie yesterday did the video about creating the video with your phone number on the video, right? And this is one of the ways that you can control those results on Google so that when somebody's looking your company up, or really the whole point of like that tip there is, at least from my perspective, is like if you call somebody and they don't recognize your phone number, they're probably not answering, right? So if they don't answer your initial call, what happens is they look the phone number, they go to the computer, and they go and they search for you. And then based on what they find or don't find, which especially depending on who's calling or what number is coming from, it could just be like somebody's random cell phone. It could just be, you never know who it is, right? So whatever number you're calling from, you need to make sure that there's some Google results for that phone number, so that somebody says, well, let me see who this is, if it's a bill collector, right? And they go and they search Google. Now they see, okay, here's a video, here's a Yelp profile, right? Here's these different things that are popping up. Okay, this is a legit roofing company. I'm going to call them back. Again, the way I do that is I do that through Yelp, right? Yelp is so powerful. I don't know why or how it ranks as well as it does, for different searches, but there's about 85 million searches a month ran on Yelp.
Wow.
Every single day in America, there's 200,000 phone calls that are connected to businesses from the Yelp app on the mobile phones.
Just from pushing the button?
Right. Like, so people will go into the Yelp app on their phone, they search for businesses, and then they're calling them through the Yelp app. And they can track that 200,000 of those phone calls happen every single day.
Wow.
How many of those phone calls did you get today? Right? How many of those phone calls did you get in the last week or in the last month? Well, if you're not even on Yelp, or you don't have a profile that's really built out with some reviews, you're not going to get any of the phone calls, okay? So you do got to put a little time in there and get some of the reviews. And the way to do that is with my brownie process, right? So go out there, start sending people brownies, and you're going to start getting these reviews so that when other people are searching for you, they find you and you get that business, right? It's kind of like a snowball effect here.
Well, when you have the Yelp profile too, don't they send out like a monthly email that says, so many clicks for call, and they send you like a nice little graph and everything that you can track all of that so you can see, and that's free.
Right.
So why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, they'll tell you how many people called you, how many people went to your website, and how many people got directions, if that's applicable to your business, which for roofing probably isn't that applicable, but mostly the calls and the website clicks. They'll tell you that every single month. So highly recommend that. The thing I love about Yelp and Google Places and some of these things is it's a one-time effort. Once you get that review and once you've put that effort in, it's going to be there forever and it's going to pay you dividends forever. And so that's what I love about it. So that's on the ghost clients, right? The thing I would recommend where you start is go and Google your phone number. Whatever phone number you're calling leads from, Google that phone number after this training and see what shows up. And if you don't like the results, you need to do something about it, right? You need to get on Yelp and get some of these places and start taking over those results. Use Jamie's idea of creating a video with your phone number so that when somebody Googles you, that video pops up and they can see that you're, again, a legit, roofing company that's here locally. You're not like a fly-by-night, dude with 2 magnets on your truck like we have in Texas sometimes.
Oh, yeah. And other places.
Right. I'm sure you guys do too. We're just in Texas. And so I know in Texas that's like a real issue because there's no licensing in Texas for roofing. So any Joe Blow can go and put 2 magnets from eBay right on his truck, and now all of a sudden he's a roofer.
I've seen minivans, Cadillacs. You don't even have to have a truck. You just get a ladder and 2 magnets. And some after the April storm last year that was real big in North Texas, I saw a painter's ladder. Somebody was trying to roof with a painter's ladder. That was hilarious.
Awesome. Hopefully you guys are liking this. Everything's making sense. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions about anything that we're talking about here. And we'll just keep rolling forward. I think it's going good, though. Liking it so far?
I am.
I hope you guys are liking it, man. I'm glad that you guys came. Really appreciate it. Okay. Can we talk about Facebook ads for a second?
Sure.
So let me know in the comments real quick. Okay, I know there's this little delay. So let me know in the comments. Have you ever ran a Facebook ad for your roofing company? All right. That's really going to help me out to know exactly how to talk about this. If you guys, whoever's on this training today, if there are people that are using Facebook ads or have never used Facebook ads. So if you can let me know that, that'll be really good. We talked about just on the beginning pieces of it, we talked about uploading that video that you took on the roof with your selfie stick.
With the harness.
With the harness or whatever, right? Be safe, okay? But we talked about uploading that video separately to YouTube and then separately to Facebook. One of the reasons that we want to do that is because YouTube videos are really good for SEO, right? Search engine optimization, okay? Those are good for when people are searching on Google. When people are on YouTube, they're going to find your content there. You also want to upload the video separately to Facebook because you can run that video as a Facebook ad. So I don't know if you knew, but any video that you post as a post on your roofing business page, you can then go to the ads part of Facebook and you can run that post as an ad. So it's really easy to get your message out there in front of people, and video is one of the best ways, especially if you're making a cool video on a roof where it's like interesting and stuff. People are going to be more likely to watch that video.
Right. How much does that cost to run one of those ads? So
I start my ads, all the ads that I run, basically for local businesses at $5 a day. So it's $150 a month if you're running them consistently on a starting budget. Okay, obviously you can increase and you can go up from there. To give you an idea, if you run a video ad on Facebook and you spend $5 a day, you're probably going to get in front of somewhere between 500 and 1,200 people a day.
Wow.
Right.
And does it target people that are in your area?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
You can go and you can target based on a whole city. You can target based on a zip code. You can target based on a radius from an address. right? So you can say, okay, I want to target, okay, here's the idea, right? Let's say, for example, you go on a roof, okay, and you're in this neighborhood and you're on a roof, and so you pull out your selfie stick, right? Selfie stick, and you talk about, hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nick Carpenter here with Woodmont Construction, and we're here on Evergreen Terrace, and we're on at the Smith's house, and we're checking out their roof because of that storm that came through here about 8 months ago. It had some damage to the roof. So if you live in the 76015 zip code, there's a chance that your roof also has damage. We're already in the area today, so go ahead and give us a call at 817 blah blah blah, and we'll shoot somebody over there to your house and have them take a look at your roof for no cost.
That's an excellent idea.
Right? Now you can put that as just post it on Facebook, and you can run that ad for $5 a day to either whatever zip codes have the most expensive houses or whatever zip codes were hit with storms. Or if you want to focus on specific neighborhoods, even tighter than zip codes, you could do it based on a radius. So if you're at this address today, you can put that address into Facebook ads, and then you can do a radius from that house.
That's real neat.
Right. So let's go look and see if anybody's actually been using Facebook ads before. Well, I don't know. You guys aren't commenting. I don't know if you see, but below the video, there's like this thing where it says comments, share your thoughts. So if you guys want to share a thought, maybe, about if you've used Facebook ads, that'd be awesome.
Even if you haven't.
Yeah, even if you haven't. I'm just going to assume that you haven't because you're not saying that you have. So I'll tell you, Facebook ads today is one of the most profitable things that I know to do. Okay, it's just a way that you can get in front of a very, very targeted audience extremely cheap. Like, I don't know what it would cost you as a roofing company to go and market to 500 homeowners, but I'm just going to say 500 times 40, so that's at least $200 just in postage.
Right.
Okay, and I'm suggesting that with a $5 Facebook ad spend or an $8 Facebook ad spend, we could get in front of that exact same audience, right? So, I mean, just on that angle alone, it's extremely affordable.
You don't have to pay a canvasser.
Right.
You don't have to buy leads for,
Right.
You know that they're a lot more than $5 each. So.
And you can still, right, spending $5 a day, you still have money to pay your salespeople and stuff, right? So it's not like where if you're partnering up maybe with an expensive lead company or something and you don't have money to pay your sales guy. With $5 a day, you can still afford to pay your sales guy to go out there, do the inspection, right, do whatever stuff they do to get the roof approved. I'm not exactly like, I'm not the roofing expert per se. Ninja Roofer Chick is the roofing expert.
It's usually just based on commission.
I'm the marketing guy. So hopefully that makes sense, right? You just make a really simple post. Just a real simple ad, right? Hey, we're already here in the neighborhood. These houses have damage, and there's probably a chance that yours does too. And we should come and take a look at it. It's totally free for me to send one of my guys over there, throw them on the roof, and check it out, and if there's damage, cool, let's see if we can fix it.
If nothing else, you get a peace of mind that your roof's okay.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, exactly. If nothing else, just know that your roof is fine and you don't need to worry about it anymore, right? Call us at blah, 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 or click the link below to schedule a free roof inspection, okay? So you can start that for $5, run that in areas where there's storm damage or that you're already working in so that you can get other leads within that same market. That all makes sense?
It does. You can even find out where the storm damage is by using Hailstrike. Get the hail maps, get the areas that you want. You can even find the property values. I'll go into that later. And, pick where you want to target your ads through that way.
Cool. Definitely. Online marketing, there's so many things that you can do today that it can be intimidating, right? So I would only focus on these few things that we know actually work. Right. Shooting small videos, running those videos as Facebook ads, and getting online reviews, right, are some of the ways that right now really matter. The last thing that I want to touch on is on your crew branding, okay? Imagine that Miss Smith is, you pull up at 7 o'clock, you're in front of Miss Smith's house, okay? $400,000 house, beautiful house. And so all her neighbors All right. They're like peeking out of their blinds and looking to see who's out here. Okay. Who are these people in our neighborhood?
Right.
Okay. That's what they want to know. Well, when they look out the window, do they know who you are? Okay. Again, I've been really paying attention now for the last 30 days driving around, and I have not seen one crew yet that has branded shirts on, or one crew that you can tell obviously is from this company, right? It's like, I don't know if these are professional roofers or if they just went and picked up like a load of day laborers from the racetrack. You know, it's hard to tell the difference sometimes.
Well, I have a couple things to say on that real quick.
Yeah.
Because most of the time they're subcontractors. So
Right.
they have their own company. They work for multiple roofing companies. However, I had my subcontractors where we only use the same roofing crew. I provided them with just T-shirts I got for like $5 each with a logo, a phone number on them, and gave them the shirts. Not only were they thrilled to have shirts because then they didn't mess up their clothes, but it was brand consistent and it was free advertising. So, and it looked a lot better, especially when you pull up to $1 million house and, you know, just kind of uniform.
Yep. That's exactly what I recommend is you get little shirts made. You know, silk screen shirts are so cheap today, especially if you're like, don't care about the quality as much because you know you're going to kind of go through the shirts. You can get them on eBay even sometimes for like $350, $450 a shirt. The guy that I have make my shirts in Dallas, you know, he does a 25 shirt order minimum or whatever, and it's $5.50 a shirt for a one color, one location print. So if you just have the guys do one thing on the front, or have them, you know, or it's like $650 for, you know, a silk screen on the front, a silk screen on the back, right? But you could just get some cool.
But that could get you a lot of referrals too. So don't think about the cost, think about the investment, like what it's going to pay off. Yeah,
I mean, for a crew, if you got, let's say you got 5 guys out there on the roof, right, or 6 guys working, I mean, we're only talking about $20 or $30 here. You know, I mean, on a $7,000 or $10,000 roof, I think it's worth it. And especially, you know, if they obviously you want them to keep the shirts, right? But at the same time, kind of knowing that that's just like a cost of doing business and looking more professional is that you've got your guys out there branded.
And replace their shirts. Like, don't let them wear shirts with holes in them and nasty shirts, because that's not something you want to attach your name to.
Right. I mean, you just got to think, right? A lot of times the roofing branding and the customer service doesn't stop once you get the sale, right? It doesn't, the company, it shouldn't be ending with your company at that point and then switching to a subcontractor and they run with the rest. You know, you still need to stay involved because it's ultimately your name being attached to the job, right? When they go to leave that review, when they get your brownie in the mail in a week from now, they're not going to leave a review for, you know, this guy's subcontracting company, right? They're going to leave the review for your business. So take that pride in the guys that you're sending to the job site and go ahead and try to get them branded in your shirts at least, right? And maybe even a hat or something. But man, shirts are like $5 a shirt. There's no reason not to do that.
I got my subcontractors to magnets for their truck. So it was, you know, the salesperson had the same magnet as the
awesome
roofing crew. I mean, it looks a lot better, especially when you do business in high-end neighborhoods. That's stuff that they look for.
Totally. You can get those magnets done on eBay for $18 a piece. I mean, like $18 for the set.
Wow.
There's a guy on there that makes them. So if you just look like vehicle magnets, it's about $18 or $20 for a set of them. There's also a website if you're like, okay, I want to get a shirt made, but I don't know where to start. You can go to this website, Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and everything on there is for $5, which I have to tell you up front, it can be a little addicting, okay? When you see all the things that you can do for $5, it's like, holy smokes, I can't believe this dude will do that for $5, right? But one of the things that's good for you is you could get a shirt design made there. Okay, so you could have a front and back shirt design made for like $5 or $10, and then you send that over to somebody on eBay or whoever you would use locally in your town to get your shirts made and just get those done up. You know, again, don't have to be super fancy. Just get a one color print. I would recommend getting some kind of bright shirt, you know, whatever shirt matches up with your branding, and then just get a one color white print or black print or something like that, you know.
I wish I would have known all this like 2 years ago, because I spent $90 for a set of magnets and
wow. Yeah, I mean,
I had to design my own shirts. Took a long time.
Yeah, I'm all about like finding the little shortcuts, you know, or time hacks and get our time back. And so, yeah, Fiverr, I love Fiverr. They'll make you really great designs. You can get high quality stuff there, even though it's for $5. And obviously some of it's crappy, right? I mean, just the nature of getting $5 things, but you can look at everybody's reviews again, right? Look at the reviews and see what other people said about them and decide from there if you want to hire that person or not. All right, so I think now what we want to do is we're going to actually do a little screen share, okay? We want to show you guys a couple of different things you can do actually on the computer using some of the new technology and things that are available out there. So give me just a second, and we're going to pop up our screen share. Let us know right quick if you have any questions, if you need something, you have a question about. Where you want to start on that one?
You can go to the other one with the map.
All right, cool. Oops. Sorry. There you go.
So now this is what they see?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So here's a hail map just from my favorite storm because I made a lot of money off of a screenshot of just this. Anyways, I'll tell you about that later. So the property value feature is neat because whenever assigning leads, well, I did this anyways, I would go put the address into Hillstrike, find out where the path is. Then I'd put I'd put the Anaswath over it, and I'll show you how to do that. Maybe. There you go. And what the Anaswath is, real quick, just for those of you that don't know, it's like a DVR animated hail map to where you could see where the hail cells went. So, oops. I'm not the best on the computer. I apologize. But you can see this one kind of doesn't move as much as some of them. But I'd go in and I'd go in here and I'd go, okay, there's 4-inch. So I'd find in here. I would go order my leads from here. And then what I would do from there, whenever I got the leads, put the address in, and then in Hillstrike, a little thing pops up where that's your address. So then I would go, and I spent hours doing this, and I got like up to 25 leads in a night to where I was up all night assigning these. But I would go to Zillow and I would see, okay, how much is this property worth? Depending, I did that to see like what sales person I wanted to send there, because some did better in neighborhoods that others didn't. Some are closers. You can't always have everybody as a closer, which isn't always great, but I mean, that's just reality. So this would have saved me countless hours, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't know about this. And I've been using Hillstrike my entire roofing career. So
like what you have pulled up right there is basically like the storm path, and then also the overlay of the average home value in that area.
And you have your little key right here of how much, what it all is. So ideally, here, but I want to go to where I'm going to get this is the most hail. This is the blue property value. Now, I don't know if there's houses on here. So what I do then is I kind of take this off that I know where I'm looking at, and you can zoom in and you can see, okay, so this is right in between two paths, and this is, higher property value. So let's see what we have here. Well, not very much, but you guys kind of get the idea of how it works. And I mean, you just play with it a little bit, but still it's going to save you way more time than putting 25 addresses into, I averaged about 45 minutes per lead doing this, putting the address in, then cross-referencing with Zillow, then assigning to a salesperson. And then of course you had to coordinate to the salesperson's schedule, but that's not something Hillstrike can help you with, unfortunately. So like right here, okay, this is a good one. So you can do this, maybe. All right. And then this is 4-inch and this is blue. I don't know if there's houses up here, but this is just to kind of give you an idea. This is what I would do. Okay, well, not very much. And then let's go back down here. All right, bam. Look at all of that. And you could get this with every storm that there is. If the storm's big enough, then there is going to be the Anaswath, which you could load over your pass. There's just so much that Hillstrike can do. And I don't know any other way. So I've been fortunate enough, and I think I owe a lot of my success in roofing to Hillstrike, because without it, I probably would have been terrible at my job. But you can just see, that's insane. And off of the screenshot of this from last April, I made about $100,000 just from this
picture, basically, which is unreal. The Hailstrike subscription, I know a lot of you probably don't know what it is, aren't subscribed to it. To put it in perspective of something that you can understand is if you get a 20 square 3-tab roof bought through insurance, the profit in that would pay for a year. And you could use this. It has nationwide maps. You can see every hailstorm that hit the nation and for the last 10 years, which is huge. I don't know how to get out of this or whatever. I'm kind of done with that feature unless anybody has any questions. If you have any questions, comment and let me know. I can go into a little bit more detail on that.
Boom, we're back. We're back in action. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, we don't know who, if people here are already Hailstrike users or this is like totally mind blowing to them right now. The fact that this type of technology is actually available to roofers today. I don't know.
Well, I didn't even go into the mind-blowing part, so hopefully that wasn't too mind-blowing. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which is really awesome, is radar-based alerts. I don't care if you use one of our competitors, nobody's going to give you radar-based alerts. Yeah, everybody only has spotter reports, and if you get those, then you know how inaccurate those are. You cannot rely on them. Everybody pulls those from NOAA. And it's not consistent. Sometimes it goes off where they call from. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it goes off of like the post office of where the cell phone is registered. Like it's not consistent at all. I have yet to find, something that kind of,
right.
I don't know. And not every caller lets you know, hey, this is where the activity was. Some of them do if you click on them. Some are better than others, but that's still kind of rare. So radar-based alerts is something that Hailstrike offers through a product. It's called HailScan. And there's 2 ways that you can use HailScan. One of them is just HailScan. There's HailScan and HailScan Plus, I'll say that. So HailScan is you tell us, predetermined locations, and you could get the radar-based alerts to your phone within minutes from the storm activity, which is awesome because, I like the HailScan for, you drive by and you see this roof and you just fall in love with this roof. You're like, I'm going to get that roof whenever a storm comes through. Well, you just upload that address, Cinetest will upload it into your HailScan. And if a storm hits that area, you're going to know, you're going to get a text message, an email within minutes of it. So you could be the first one there like, oh, that's my metal roof. I'm going to do that roof. But, I've inspected it 3 times. There's still no damage. Well, every time a storm hits it, now it goes straight to my phone. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. You can do it also with any list of prior customers that you have. Like if you have a CSV file of CSV? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Of all your roofs that you've done, you can basically monitor those, and it's relatively inexpensive for what you get for. I think it's a little too cheap, but
I love this idea though. Is like, when I look at HailScan, I see kind of 2 different ways to do it. Right. One is like what you're saying now about monitoring your past customers.
Right.
Okay, you've already done their houses. You should, you should kind of like know if they get damaged again, so you can go back and be able to get that customer again. And so HailScan will let you do that, but it will also, there's some ways to use it to get like information on commercial businesses.
Well, that's HailScan Plus, so I'll go into that.
Okay.
HailScan Plus, what it is we take the storm path. We could use any storm for the last 4 years, and we have technology I can't even explain because I'm not sure how it works. I just know it works. And what it does is you say you want the April 3rd storm, April 3rd, 2014 and 76210. Okay, that's the Denton storm I just showed you. And you give that to us, and then you tell us, okay, hey, I want commercial locations. And what it does is it generates a list of any commercial building in that storm path that was, obviously, sorry, I said storm path.
Like has some kind of damage.
Yeah, we can't guarantee that there's damage, obviously, but it gives you the contact information, the owner information, property manager. It varies on each location depending on what we're able to get, and then it tells you like what activity there was. Okay. So it's really cool because you could go buy commercial leads all day and spend $250 a lead and not get what you want, or, it's a great lead. They were there, they set the appointment, but guess what? A storm didn't hit them. So that's kind of terrible. So, and what HailScan Plus also does is it divides by category. Like you have your TPO, PVC roofers. I like metal, so I like storage facilities. Well, guess what? I can get nothing but the storage facilities in that path,
Wow.
which, I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's based on a value scale. So, I mean, we do churches, banks, hotels, apartments, strip malls. I mean,
Restaurants.
yeah, you name it. Like, and we can customize if we don't have something that you want with warehouses, which is huge. But if we don't have something that you want, we can still pull the information. But it's based off of a scale. So there's 1, 2s, and 3s, depending on, how big the roofs are going to be. Obviously, a bank or church is going to be smaller than a warehouse or a storage facility. So they range from $100 to $300 per location. And it's awesome. And then what I like to do is you could get those locations, right? And then say, even if there is no damage or not enough or got denied or something, we'll take that location and upload it into HailScan. So that way, whenever a storm hits it, you've already built that relationship.
Yep.
You already have all that information. And, I would tell owners all the time, like, hey, we just need one more storm. We need one piece of hail to fall. We need something. Well, guess what? It goes right to your phone. Hail hits right to your phone, and call the owner. Hey, Mr. Customer, there was storm activity. Let me check your roof again. Maybe we can get it bought this time. Maybe, it's time to file a claim, whatever the circumstance is. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous if you don't do that, if you want to do commercial roofing at all, because that's the way in.
And HailScan is a brand new product. I mean, it literally rolled out last week, or
like a week
kind of like
and a half
in
ago.
rollout right now, and so almost every zip code is still available.
Right.
Almost every category is still available. So if wherever you're at, if somebody wants to find out if their area is available, how should they contact you on HailScan?
You can email me, Jamie, Jayme, @hailstrike.com. Or you can go to our website, hailstrike.com, and ask support. Or you can call me, 469-238-9381. And I'm always available. Just let me know. Contact me somehow.
For sure.
I'll get you the information.
One of the things that's really cool, and I don't know if you're going to go into kind of like that moving storm maps. Are you going to go into Annie-Swath a little bit more, or no?
Well,
or you already covered that?
Well, I did on there, but I mean, I don't know.
I just want to pull one up real quick, because, guys, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but most companies today are selling you just like just a map, right? Just a solid one map of one storm, and HailStrike has a product called Annie-Swath that is similar maybe to what other people have as far as a map goes, but the differentiator is this moving technology. It's the only one on the market today. And so, like, can we show how the Annie-Swath kind of works?
Yeah, this is the same one that I did, but basically it's the DVR, recorded movement of the storm, and you have all your controls right here on the side. So you can do this if you want to change your view, whatever, so you can see your roads better. And you can see the map moving. If you want to slow it down, speed it up. Oh, sorry. That's the transparency.
Mm-hmm.
But, you could basically do whatever you want. If you need to pause it. So
you could pause it and you can say, like, oh, man, look at those 4s and 3s right there in the middle. That's probably a really good spot.
Yep. And then you can change that transparency, satellite view, see what's there. I mean, there's the opportunities are endless with this.
So when you get a HailStrike account today, if you go ahead and pick up a season pass, right? If you're not already a season pass holder for HailStrike, I don't understand why you're not, because the technology that's available to you as a roofing company owner or as a roofing salesperson is just ridiculous. These Annie-Swaths, whenever you get an annual pass for HailStrike for $12.99, it's going to come with like 5 of these Annie-Swaths already, right? Which is about $1,000 worth of these animated hail maps that you can get for specific storms. And what we're going to do today, because you've spent an hour with us, and we really appreciate that, and hope you got a ton of value out of what we're doing today. If you go ahead and pick up a HailStrike membership today, we're going to also give you an extra free 5 Annie-Swaths. So that's about $1,000 worth of anti-swaths, you can pick up another 5 storms in your market, and you can just have your guys with so much work, you know, and you can know exactly where to send them because this technology is just so damn good.
I can't find the storm I'm looking for, so I don't know.
It's pretty cool, right? And you can see here just on the scale, so you can know exactly where to go, right in these little pockets. Right in these little pockets here, you can know exactly where to send people. Obviously, if there's people there or not, you know, I mean, it looks like we're kind of looking at a mountain range right now. But there's so many storms and so many pieces available in here that I mean, it's pretty impressive, really, when you just consider all these layers that are available in here. So yeah, that's awesome right there.
That's where you want to go. Oops. There you go.
Wow. Okay, so if somebody wants to go ahead and pick up Hailstrike and get those 5 free, get their extra 5 free maps, what's the best way for them to do that?
If you order and then you just email me Ninja, Jamie, Jayme at hailstrike.com, I'll go in and I'll put 5 credits on your account because there's really not, I mean, you have to do it manually anyway.
Okay.
So
yeah, so if you go ahead and sign up for Hailstrike and email Jamie, tell her that you signed up off the workshop, and she's going to go ahead and give you that extra $1,000 bonus with those free 5 anti-swath maps so that you can be able to see exact storms in your area and be able to send your folks exactly where it looks like the damage has hit, you know, and have the best chance of actually getting in front of customers that need to get their. Awesome. All right, let me switch off of this real quick. So let me show you guys. Are we on Hailstrike? Okay. If you come over here.
mine's a little different because all that go to start tracking.
Oh, I was trying to just go to like.
Oh, sign out.
Yeah, let me show you guys real quick. If you come over here to Hailstrike, just click right here on pricing, and you're going to go right here to the season pass. You can see normally you're going to get 5 anti-swaths. We're going to go ahead and increase that to 10. So you're going to get 10 anti-swath storm maps, all built in for that $12.99. So it's like, man, you're getting $2,000 worth of free storm maps included for the $12.99 annual membership for Hailstrike. So go ahead and pick that up. Email Jamie, Jayme, at hailstrike.com, and she's going to throw those other 5 hail maps on your account. So make sure that you get in touch with her, and we'll flip back over so you guys can see us again. And we'll.
Can I add one thing to that real quick?
Yep.
What I like to do with obviously everywhere has just been slammed with storms. So what I like to do is take an anti-swath from maybe like a 6-8 month old storm and go work there, because everybody's going to focus on the new storms. Go find those honey holes of where they haven't, got their roofs replaced yet, and they need it. Their rates are probably going to go up with all the roofs that have been replaced. So do them a favor, give them, what they are paying for essentially, because their rates probably will go up if they're in a storm zone. So
totally.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let us know, guys, if you have any questions. We just want to go ahead and open it up for a Q&A. So if there's anything that you guys have questions about on any of the marketing tactics that we talked about with cell phone videos, the yard signs, your crew branding, your Facebook ad strategy, how to capture more ghost clients, or using the amazing Send Out Cards brownie to guarantee people leave you reviews, because I'm telling you that it works, because that's exactly what I've done in my own business and do for my other clients. You just, like, there's this thing called the law of reciprocity, right? Which basically means if I give you something, subconsciously, you feel the need to give me something back, okay? So when I give somebody this awesome brownie, right, a 2-pack, not just
I want a brownie now.
It's a 2-pack, all right? The 2-pack of Send Out Cards brownies. I'm not even like a rep. I should totally have a Send Out Cards account, but I don't have one. I just love
You should get one and send me a brownie.
The brownies are awesome, and they will get you reviews. So enough about the brownies. Let us know, guys, if you have any questions. Love to answer any questions for you. Let me see real quick. We got anything? Everything looking pretty good. Well, you got anything you want to throw in here at the end?
I I mean, I can throw in a lot, but I'll just wait and let them contact me separately because I think our time is up. But.
Definitely. Hey, one thing I'm curious is if you guys want us to keep doing these classes. I mean, did you get value out of this today? Do you feel like you learned so stage? We totally support you guys. Okay, we want to be a partner with you. We're not just here to provide information from a technology perspective, but we just want to help your businesses grow. So whatever it is that you need, or if there's something that we can do for you, or some kind of marketing thing that you're not sure about, and we can go find an expert to come in and teach that, let us know what it is, guys. We're here for you. But you just have to, just communicate back with us and tell us what you want, and we'll help make those things happen. Got anything else?
No, Nick might send you a brownie though.
I might send you a brownie. Okay, so that's it. If you guys need anything from us, feel free to contact us, hailstrike.com. Make sure that you connect with us on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And if you get the package today because you're a smart roofing company owner, contact Jamie, JAYME at hailstrike.com so that you can get your $1,000 bonus for signing up today. All right. Well,
that's it. Till next time.
I'm Nick. We'll see you.